Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we get a 10-game NHL slate, so this should be a lot of fun. Quick recap of yesterday, though. We went 3-2 on the night. We Our only losses were in the same game. We had the under 6 in the Pittsburgh Philadelphia game. That end game ended, I think, 5-3. Easily hit the over. And we had Pittsburgh, which don't want to talk about it. I thought they were going to bounce back. Obviously, they won't, and I think they're going to be a very poor team this year. But also Philadelphia, I think is going to be a really good team this year. So no discount there. Washington cashed for us at minus 128 last night. Vanek looked good, only giving up one goal against Buffalo. We also hit on the over 6.5 for Toronto and Ottawa. It was 5-3, I want to say 5-2, 5-3. Ottawa won that game, which I was very surprised about that one. Over 6.5 easily hit for us yesterday. And then St. Louis and Colorado. Colorado cashed for us on a bounce back performance there with a nail biter of an 8-0 game. So that was a very nice way to end the night there with cashing on Colorado. And now we are going to hop into today's slate because we have 10 games to go over, and it should be a fun day of hockey. Starting off, 1 o'clock here, the Boston Bruins take on the New Jersey Devils. Halak versus Blackwood, and this game is going to be fun. Going to be interesting to see what the Devils can do if they can bounce back from the other night. They look like they could have potentially won that game against Boston the other night. Boston still without Pastrnak. Marchand looked good, though, and that top line still looked okay without Pastrnak, so nothing really to worry about there. My lean is to Boston minus 189 this matchup. My model says they should be more around a minus 195, but I'm not going to be betting this game. I'm just going to be sit back and watch this game for Boston and New Jersey. Totals, I can see this as an under game. New Jersey I don't know. I can't get a read on this. I would lean under, but I don't know if I can really go with under here with New Jersey and Boston. Boston does have really good defense. Next, we have the San Jose Sharks taking on the Arizona Coyotes. Sharks getting their first win last night, or the other night, against these Coyotes, and I think this is a bounce back spot here. We have Martin Jones versus Darcy Comfer. I think Comfer can help get this Coyotes team back on track here. They're not one of my plays for today, but I definitely lean Arizona, and I might add them later. I just think that this line is way a little bit off here. It should be Arizona more around a minus 140-ish according to my model, and it's a minus 124. So we can get around 16 cents of value. So I might add that to my bet. I'm going to click on them for this video. I'm not going to have this on my final screen because this is just me going off looking at the numbers here. But I like the Coyotes to get it done today. Minus 124 against the San Jose Sharks. A nice little bounce back spot for them. Next, we get a nice little toss-up here between the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers. And Oilers coming off of a nice win against Vancouver. Montreal coming off of a heartbreaking loss against Toronto where they led most of that game and then lost it in overtime on a Morgan Riley overtime goal. So not a good result there for the Canadiens on their first game. But we're gonna go with Edmonton here. I really like this. I really like this offense for Edmonton. McDavid and Draisaitl. I think it's just gonna be too much for this Canadiens team. My model has Edmonton with a 53.45% chance to win. Which should be more of a minus 115 rather than a minus 105. We're getting the Oilers here at toss-up money. I really like it. It's going to be Carey Price versus Mikko Koskinen, so not the goalie matchup I really like for this matchup, but I don't mind the Oilers here at minus 105. Next, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Ottawa Senators. These two played last night, and the Senators came out on top here. I'm going to go with, I think Toronto is going to win this game, but that's not where I'm going with this game. It is going to be Hogberg versus Campbell, two backup goalies. So you already know where I'm going for this matchup. We're going the over 6.5 again. This cashed for us last night. Now we're getting plus money for the over 6.5 once again. So give me that over 6.5 goals for Toronto and Ottawa. Ottawa is going to play a very open style of hockey, give up a lot of goals, score a lot of goals. It's going to be a high scoring game. This Toronto team is a very high powered offense, and we're going with the over 6.5 in this game. Next, we have the Battle of New York here. The Islanders looked really good in that opening game. Rangers came out just late. They looked flat. They got off to a 3-0 deficit to start off at the end of the first. That Islander top line looked really good with Barzell, Eberle, and Lee. But I see this as a bounce back spot for the New York Rangers. I just think that this team is going to be a decent team this year, and I don't think they lose two straight games to this Isles team. Islanders are going to be a good team this game this year, but I'm just going to go with the value here at plus 105 for the New York Rangers. As an Islanders fan, this kills me to do, but I put heart aside and I put wallet first, and we're going with the New York Rangers here, plus 105 versus the New York Islanders. That game is going to be Georgiev versus Varlamov. We're going to see how good Georgiev can play against this Isles team. He's the backup. So it's going to be interesting to see. Give me the Rangers here, plus 105. We're getting dog money for a team that was a favorite last game. And I like it. So plus 105, give me the New York Rangers. Next, we get the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Detroit Red Wings. It is a minus 220 run back of plus 197. We are getting Peter Mrazek versus Bernier, a backup goaltender for the Detroit Red Wings. I don't see much value here on the Carolina money line, though. My model says that it's about right. There's only a 0.05% difference between where the money line is lined up and where the money line should be. It should be a minus 221 according to my model. So no value there. Maybe on the plus one or on the minus 1.5 line, you get the plus 105. That's not where I'm going for this. I'm going the over 5.5 goals. I feel like this is just way too small of a number. I think the Hurricanes could potentially get this by themselves. But I definitely expect some scoring here with the backup goaltender for Detroit. Mrazek had a great game the first game, but I can definitely see Larkin, Bertuzzi, Mantha being able to put up a couple goals here. So we're going to go with the over 5.5 here for the Carolina Hurricanes and the Detroit Red Wings. Next, we get the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Nashville Predators, minus 111 for the Preds, plus 101 for the Blue Jackets, 5.5 goal total. And we're going to be looking at this Columbus Blue Jackets team. I think they're going to be a good team this year. I'm looking for a bounce back spot here. It is going to be Korpisalo versus Saros. Korpisalo looked really good in the playoffs last season, and I think he can have a good game here today. I'm going with the Blue Jackets at plus money. I really like them at that type of price tag. My model has them really should be a minus 116 favorite, and they're a plus 101. So I see a lot of value there as well. They get a 53.68% chance to win this game when it should be around a 50% chance. So we're getting around 3% of value, around 15 or about 17 points of value here. So we're going the Blue Jackets here, plus 101 versus the Nashville Predators. Next, we have the Minnesota Wild taking on the LA Kings. It is a minus 141 for the Wild, plus 128 for the Kings, over under 5.5 goals. And this game overall is a pass for me. If anything, I lean towards the Wild, but minus 140 I think is a little much to lay on them here tonight. It's going to be Cam Talbot versus Jonathan Quick. My lean is to the Wild, and my lean is to the under. These two teams are going to be very slow-paced. So I'm going to pass, though, on this game as a whole. Next, we have the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Calgary Flames, minus 138 for the Flames, plus 125 for the Canucks. Over under 6.5 goals for this game. And I really, really like the Flames in a bounce back spot here. They looked good in the first period in their opening night game against the Jets, and then they just crumbled from there. I think we get complete 60 minutes from this team. It's going to be Braden Holtby versus Jake Markstrom, which Markstrom looked really good in Vancouver last year. So a really good a revenge spot here for the Flames and Markstrom. Plus, these two teams hate each other. So give me the Calgary Flames minus 128 against the Vancouver Canucks tonight as one of my favorite plays of the day. And we end here with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 220 for the Knights, plus 197 for the Ducks. And we are looking at the total for this game, over under of 6. And I expect some offense tonight. Anaheim showed that they could put up a couple goals against this Vegas Golden Knights team, and that this Knights team can score. We're going to go with the over 6 goals here at plus 102. I'm liking the value here, and I think it's going to at least get to the 6. So we are looking at the over 6 goals here between the Anaheim Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, so to recap our card for today, we are looking at the Coyotes here, minus 124 versus the San Jose Sharks. We're looking at the Edmonton Oilers, minus 105 versus the Montreal Canadiens. We're looking at the over 6.5 here for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators at plus 106. We're looking at the New York Rangers plus 105 versus the Islanders today. We're looking at the over 5.5 for the Carolina Hurricanes and the Detroit Red Wings. We're looking at plus 101 for the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Nashville Predators, minus 138 for the Flames versus the Canucks, and the over 6 goals for Ducks and Knights. That is going to just about do it for this video. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe down below to the channel. It is much appreciated. We have daily content on this channel from NFL. The playoffs are today. College basketball, we're doing that every single day. College football will return next season. The UFC will return. I'll do a video probably on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for that Wednesday card with Neil Magny, that card. Esports, my brother will be doing that. NBA, we're doing every single day with my brother. WNBA is going to be in a few months. NHL, we're doing this every day. And we're looking at the MLB in a few months. But that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below. Let's catch some tickets tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.